Alright, so we got, could Tobey Spider-Man actually solo the X-Men? Now, I've seen this on TikTok a lot of times. Like, people be comparing Tobey to future Gohan. Like, Tobey versus the X-Men. And they comparing it to future Gohan standing up against the android. I'm like, I can see it. I can see it. But the thing is, I'm like, Spider-Man, Gohan genuinely had no chance of winning. But Spider-Man kind of does. I feel like he kind of has a chance with Spidey sense, the way he moves, and the plus the webs combine all of that, and he kind of has a chance to at least survive this. You know what I'm saying? Gohan was dead. He was cooked. We know he was dead. He was dying, bro. There was no escaping from that. But Tobey Maguire, I feel like if you think about all the abilities that Spider-Man got, he can technically, and mind you, Gohan did not have any backup. He only had like Trunks, which wasn't ready to fight. Let's be honest. Trunks could fight. He wasn't ready. He didn't even have Super Saiyan. So he wouldn't have been even, he would have just been a burden if he actually fought. But don't forget that Tobey met Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tom Holland Spider-Man that could come and see and help him, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, I'm like, Tobey Maguire, isn't he the strongest Spider-Man too? Like, cause I don't know. Hold on. Let's see, bro. Let's see what he got to say.
Tobey Maguire is,
cause I feel like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is the strongest of them.
back in the public limelight due to people discussing his rumored role in Avengers Doomsday. With the leading rumor being that Tobey has to come face to face with the Fox X-Men in order to
How did he even come to that? I'm so curious about how this even started.
save his universe. And I've seen a lot of edits or reels talking about this potential fight, and people are hyping up Tobey because first
I just wonder, how did they all come to this conclusion? Is it something that actually happens in comics, or is it just people started this?
he's the
all
GOAT,
of a
and
sudden?
second of all, they think it's going to be a grand last stand. As for my feelings on the subject and just discourse, who said anything about a last stand? This is the GOAT after all. I think he's got a decent
Yeah, I was thinking like he could at least survive this. I'm not seeing him die.
this one up.
Yeah, the Patriots did it, coach. We can do this. The Patriots did 27-3. We can do this.
Hey, you don't believe me?
I mean, when you think about the fact that Logan is gonna be there, well, technically, would Logan even be there? This nigga doesn't even consider himself an X-Men. This nigga just going around drunk and fucking bitches. But the thing is, there's gonna be Storm, Cyclops, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, yo, can he actually, you know? Like, I feel like I don't think they would kill him. So I don't think, even then, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they would kill him because he's not a bad guy. So he could survive. Well, Logan might kill him because you know how Logan be sometimes. But I feel like he won't die.
As today, I'm going to be talking about Tobey's chances against the Fox X-Men.
I don't think
so all you
he can.
Tobey fans just preparing the funeral arrangements, let me cook for a second. Tobey Maguire has been in 4 cinematic Spider-Man films, which included an entire trilogy before the MCU was even a thing. So you can imagine he has a plethora of scaling that he would get before his return in No Way Home. So I guess as a baseline, we'll talk about what the original trilogy brought to the table, and as for part 2, we'll talk about how No Way Home pretty much changed everything. So let's just get
seriously?
started.
I didn't see that much of a
Spider-Man
difference.
would be around wall to small
It
level.
feel like he just had more mastery over his powers. I don't think he had grown stronger. He just had way more mastery than he used to in the trilogy. I feel like that was the only difference. He was he had, you could tell that he had experience and his powers were not, he hadn't grown stronger. Well, he had grown stronger, but on the mastery of his power, you know what I'm saying? Like, him mastering his power made him stronger in general, but like in terms of strength, he hadn't grown stronger.
Building level, seeing as how his infamous train halt has been recorded to be around wall level in terms of what would be required to replicate what he did. I want to know that the train feat shouldn't be really used to gauge Tobey's full capabilities, because during this scene his powers were wavering, the whole movie is mentally conflicted. So yeah, you shouldn't use this to scale where Tobey would at peak. Especially seeing as how as early as the events of the previous movie, Spider-Man was able to survive a pumpkin bomb, with these pumpkin bombs being shown to be capable of just being so potent that they vaporize a group of half a dozen people, which would put these bombs yield in those building level ranges. Tobey takes that.
Hold on now, because the bombs are, now you mixing up something, because you can see that the buildings were totally fine. So what you need to figure out what the bombs interact with. because yes, it will vaporize level humans, but the buildings were fine. And buildings are way more durable than a human. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
And he's able to just survive it. So yeah,
it doesn't work, bro.
For some more stuff now,
because obviously you could say that the bombs were made to destroy humans at a human level durability. And considering Spider-Man is stronger than a regular human, obviously he would survive it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense than the way he used the pumpkin bombs to scale that shit.
During Spider-Man 1, since we're already talking about it, Green Goblin pretty much calls Peter Parker impossible to beat in a 1v1 encounter after just 2 meetings with him. This is telling us Green Goblin
Spider-Man is all but invincible means that he... Alright,
has bombs that have been calculated to be in those large building level ranges, and we see in Spider-Man 3 his leftover tech is shown to be capable of melting a portion of a giant Sandman's arm, which also gets the power of his weaponry in those large building level ranges. For some more consistency, by the end of Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man is able to survive multiple bloodlusted blows from Sandman in his giant kaiju state. This is notable as Sandman just prior is able to generate earthquakes that are felt throughout the entire New York City subway. This subway is one of the biggest and busiest train systems in the world, with it having well over 200 stops under its belt. And
Wait. But now you gotta figure out, son, you know what I'm saying? How did he do it? Did he do it through pure strength, or did he have some kind of trick to it? You know what I'm saying? I don't remember the movie because it's been a long time. But you know what I'm saying? When you scale something, you gotta be very careful about what you're using, because there are some things that require, like for example, some things instead of strength you would require more precision, more technique, more finesse, and some others like the punch is literally just a punch. Shaking the entire New York, did he do it to strength only, or did he like manipulate the sand to match the wave of the, you know what I'm saying, the tectonic plates, and then you know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember the movie, so I might be wrong, but either way, you gotta be really careful about how you're using these.
Over 600 total miles in terms of tracks. So to shake this amount of space to the point where it's noticeable around would require an insane amount of energy. And due to this calculation by Lucy Agenda on Reddit, this person was able to calculate that Sandman would have needed to generate energy equivalent to as low as 4.7 tons of TNT to even as high as over 150 tons of TNT.
And what's the basis of that calculus? Like we need the basis of how she calculated that, bro.
So that's anywhere between large building to multi-city block. So as a mid-ball, let's just say that Sandman's around city block. We know that Spider-Man should scale to a casual Sandman.
I guess he could make a large wave of sand and destroy a whole city block. I can see it.
Due to his scaling to him while he's a giant kaiju, as well as him upskilling tech that is able to critically injure him. Adding on to...
Well, but that's the thing with tech, bro. You gotta figure out, like, depending on the components that makes the tech, it can cause more damage to certain people and less to certain things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he should be very careful when using the pumpkin bomb. It's like using Batman tech. Batman has tech with specific, some are more, I have a larger use, but so others have specific uses that are more effective on certain things and less on others. You know what I'm saying? I feel like using the Goblin tech, you need to be very careful while using that to scale.
To my point now, Spider-Man also has some more city block level scaling, as during Spider-Man 2, he's able to stop the gravitational pull of a small star, with it pulling objects all towards New York.
The thing that the Dr. Octopus did?
Man is able to stop a big wall in its tracks that's right by the star's gravitational pull, with this instance being calculated to be around city block level plus. So remember when I said don't cap Spider-Man at that wall level train feat? He has way better stuff when he's in a way better mental state later in the film. There are some higher ends for the Raimi-verse in general, but I think this is where he kind of caps consistently. So let's just move on to speed. All throughout the original trilogy, Tobey is shown to be a bullet ton.
I feel like when it comes to the Spider-Mans, like Tobey Maguire is definitely the strongest. But when it comes to mobility, because he's like, when you look at the Spider-Man, I think they all have a specialty, you know what I'm saying? Tobey Maguire is the strongest, like in terms of strength, even in experience, because he's the oldest. But in terms of strength, he got it. In terms of mobility, I feel like Andrew Garfield had more mobility. It might be because the movies had more, like, have a large, like, time between them, you know what I'm saying? So obviously the CGI got better and shit. But when you see Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield, the way their Spider-Man moved, Tobey Maguire was moving way better. And even when you compare him to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield was moving way better too. But when it comes to Spidey sense, bro, that's Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That nigga was, even when Doctor Strange pushed him out of his body, this nigga Spider sense was moving. But at the same time, we never seen the other in this kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to know. But I definitely feel like in terms of strength, and even in terms of overall ability, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is stronger than the others.
But in terms of
then again, I haven't seen Brand New Day, so I don't know how strong like he got after his whole organic webs and all of that.
His speed would be. We get the best look at it during the events of Spider-Man 1, where we see his whole perception, in which everyone in the school is just moving in a slow motion, snail-like pace, with it being calculated that Spider-Man would have perceptions at worst in those supersonic plus ranges. But keep in mind, once again, this is a total...
Okay, but perception and movement speed, as well as reaction speeds, are not the same thing. Spider-Man got Spidey senses and incredible instinct that reflex that allows him to move. But is he?
Tobey Maguire,
let's see what he said.
Powers, still getting used to it. So obviously he got faster over time. This is just a baseline, a gauge, if you will. Also, I'm aware that the Spider-Man's Raimiverse saga has games and supplementary material in which Spider-Man dodges electricity and light and lasers and stuff. But I don't really want to use all that stuff, and I won't.
Yeah, it's kind of. We don't know if it's canon or not. Let's not use it.
No Way Home changed everything. So let's get into that.
Canon or not.
Even though Tobey Maguire isn't in too much of No Way Home, his short time in the MCU was enough for him to get a crazy
he was.
And that's because the past rogues of his film are pretty much the main focus of No Way Home, with Doc Ock and Green Goblin being the most prevalent villains in the entire, just movie. This is important because if you remember, Green Goblin stated that a rookie Tobey with only a couple weeks of experience was pretty much
impossible. Yeah, because you see it in that part when he fought it. Nigga, he knocked him out after 1-2 punch. I remember that shit. One, bam, bam. The Goblin was... This nigga was on the ground, bro. In terms of strength, Tobey Maguire really has it over the other Spider-Man.
So he had to resort to mentally draining Spider-Man and putting him in crazy predicaments to hopefully get open. So that's insane considering that this Green Goblin saw Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah, you see? He punched him with all his strength and he was pissed off. But he was stanking that bitch. But when Tobey did it, this nigga after 2 punch was out. After 2 punch, he was going on the ground out. He was not smiling, bruh.
He was just laughing at his punches and easily overpowered him.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I feel like Tobey Maguire definitely has it in strength.
On top of that, Spider-Man during this instance had his integrated suit, which is pretty much the culmination of all of his previous suits, and instead to just combine the best aspects of all of his prior stuff, which would include the Iron Spider, which bumps up his stats, being durability and yes, AP. But before we dive into the ramifications of that, I want to talk about a base Tom, because what we already talked about means that Tobey low-key upscales Tom in general. So let's just talk about where Tom was scaling base. This is a character who's able to pretty much halt blows from Cull Obsidian, a character who's bullying a Mark 50 Iron Man. Now, I know a lot of people like to scale Tom above Cull Obsidian. I think that's a little bit crazy, but...
What? Above what?
Now, I know a lot of people like to scale Tom above Cull Obsidian. I think that's...
I didn't hear that.
A little bit crazy. But I think that Tom being able to stop blows that are capable of sending the Mark 50 crazy far back, I think that would mean
you do realize he was flying, right? So he's less stable than if he was on the ground. If he was on the ground, he could brace himself and stop the fist, but he was flying. So, you know what I'm saying?
That Tom would be around town level. Upscaling just phase
town? Jeez, I don't know about that.
Iron Man feats.
Wait, town, when you say town, is that higher than city? Because I'm always confused about town and city, but I don't know.
Especially due to how much we know Tony improves on each suit. So yeah, Tobey's already up there. He's already town level now because of that upscaling. But let's talk about the Iron Spider scaling chain, because low-key, Tobey upscales that as well. We already know that the suit amps up Tom's stats, but according to Word of God, it's actually in the same ballpark of power as the Mark 50 suit worn by Iron Man during the events of Infinity War, with this suit being durable enough to survive a portion of a moon just being thrown at it, with it being determined that
portion of the moon? What? I
and with
remember that.
energy equivalent to what would be required to destroy an entire island just by surviving this impact. There's also the fact that
I feel like this scaling is becoming a bit like. Am I bugging or this is just scaling kind of going a little bit crazy, bro?
Tony Sue is able to draw blood from Thanos. And yeah, no, that don't sound too impressive on paper, but considering this is a guy who can destroy the Tesseract without even flinching, drawing blood from him goes a long way, especially considering that
Strength and durability are not the same, but sure.
crushing the Tesseract has been calculated to be a large country-level feat.
Hey, this scaling is going crazy. Now this scaling is going out there, bro. I don't know about this, bro.
Iron Man can draw blood from Thanos, and the Iron Spider suit is shown to at least affect Thanos when he's being punched by Spider-Man. Like, he gets sent back a bit. But once again, all this is just a Tobey upscale.
His head is moving just a little bit, that's all. He's not really being affected. What? I don't know what's going on, man. Hold on. Stop this. Alright.
No Way Home, Dr. Octopus is able to rip apart chunks off of the Iron Spider, considering how we already have island level durability for a suit.
Now hold on, because the Iron Spider suit is made of nanotechnology, right? How like durable is it really? You know what I'm saying? That Dr. Octopus also is a genius scientist, bro.
Ballpark as the Iron Spider and that potential country level stuff, and you got Doc Ock just ripping chunks out of the suit itself. Yeah, that's a Tobey upscale, I'm not gonna lie. We even have some more blatant comparisons.
We have scans that what?
Yeah, that's a Tobey upscale, I'm not.
We have scans that confirm Octopus was no match for Tobey during Spider-Man.
We even have some more blatant comparisons. We see that Tom in the Iron Spider suit just can't overpower Doc Ock in his arms, whereas Tobey, while mentally nerfed, can just bust out of the same grip. So unironically, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is at bare minimum an Iron Man level character in the MCU. Tobey also gets new speed stuff just due to scaling to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, a character who can attack Thanos, who in himself can react to light based attachments.
Whoa, this is whoa. I feel like this kind of getting really a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about all of this, man. I might be wrong because I watched the movie, but I don't know. This seems kind of a stretch. I don't care.
Throughout Infinity War and Endgame. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Tobey got a crazy bump in stats due to No Way Home. So in the original trilogy, he capped out at around city block, but due to his MCU scaling, at worst, he'd be around town level, and at best, he'd be around large country level, just due to
large country level? Are we sure that? Are we sure? Town level, alright. Yo, even country kind of like, whoa. I don't know about all that, bro.
Scaling to the Iron Spider and other subsequent suits that are said to be in the same ballpark. So with that being said, let's head on to the competition.
Logan. I'm really not sure about making Tobey large country level. That seems like a bit of a stretch, you know what I'm saying? He's comparing Thanos and all of that, but even then, it's to Thanos to Spider-Man, to Tobey Maguire, to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Now he's somehow, and he went from city block to large country at a high, I'm like, eesh. That's a big jump, bro.
Speaking of the competition, look at this. Do you notice someone? Yeah, this cast is pretty weak. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I've been saying this whole time, don't sleep on Tobey. Because off rip, this team is missing two of its most powerful members. Where is Storm? Where's Jean Grey? And don't worry, according to the actors...
Are they not gonna be here? Halle Berry is such a beautiful woman, bro. She's not gonna be there?
People that are
he can't survive this. The only problem would be Logan, bro.
This is already great for Tobey.
But Cyclops also he good and he shoot lasers, so he's at least like light speed. I feel like lasers are usually light speed, right? So I feel like would he be able to dodge? Well, his Spidey sense will warn him. That's the thing, bro. His Spidey sense will warn him, which would mean that he can move before he
Gray
even
is
fired.
ironically a planetary character, with her flares alone stated to shine brighter than any known star. On top of that, we've seen the Phoenix Force, in which she harnesses destroy entire planets, and in the X-Men Last Stand novelization, it stated she was going to break the planet down to a molecular or subatomic level. So the fact that this is a character that Tobey doesn't have to worry about means that we good. Off rip. Another one we talked about not being here is Storm, a character who can
Storm would be
category
the biggest problem. Oh my god, Haley Berry's such a beautiful woman, bro. Storm, I thought Storm would be the biggest problem. Like, if you put Storm and Logan together, bro, I don't know if this nigga making it, bro. But if they're not here and Jean Grey's not here, bro, I think he got it, bro.
Hurricanes, with these hurricanes being generated at lightning speeds, as well as these storms being 40,000 feet high, which will already get her stuff in the multi-continental ranges. So if she was able to hit Spider-Man with a thunderbolt, that would probably just fry him, I'm not gonna lie. But seeing as how she's not
he got Spidey sense, so he would know it's coming before it's coming, you know what I'm saying?
Tobey, you're good, times two.
I mean, he would sense that danger's coming.
And this isn't the end of Spider-Man's look, as one of the most powerful members, Charles Xavier, has a lot of good evidence, even in the first trailer, that would suggest that he's not partaking in this
He seems like he's not fighting.
fight. With the first trailer of Doomsday showing him just flinch at a planet dying, with this planet being speculated to possibly maybe be Tobey's. So the fact that he's...
Well, hold on. There's another trailer?
Not on the battlefield means that Spider-Man, you're kind of lucky. I'm not gonna lie. So with three powerhouses likely not even contributing to this fight, let's turn our attention to the X-Men that are actually here out on the battlefield.
Magneto?
I think it's most appropriate to talk.
Magneto seemed to be with... he was with my boy Xavier. I don't think he's fighting
about
either.
Scott Summers, the de facto leader of the X-Men, and where he would scale. Obviously, he gets his best up from his optic blast, which is capable of cleaving through entire mountains to a multi-city block level yield. And that's pretty much all the scaling he gets, so off rip, he's a Tobey victim. But there is a possible upscale for him, because we do have some rumored fights that are taking place in Doomsday. And
Spencer and Captain America versus Dr. Doom. Yeah, Doom got that. Doom got that. Sentry is gonna be here? Oh, hold on now. How is this still a problem? Well, Dr. Doom is strong, but Sentry is a monster, bro. Captain America versus Cyclops, Shang-Chi versus Gambit. I don't give a fuck about this one. Like, the top three fights, I couldn't care less. It's only the rest that's interesting for us.
Scott might get an upscale, as he's scheduled to fight Captain...
Well, are we talking about him with his glasses? Because when he takes off his glasses, you know what I'm saying? When he doesn't control the blast anymore, it becomes a problem.
America, with Captain America, this particular moment of time being pretty much covered by vibranium, whether that's his suit or all of his various tech. So if Cyclops is able to melt or just do anything to Cap's suit, then that's a possible upscale for the optic blast, and it would fry Tobey. But seeing as how this wing con kind of just would only scale to his
laser. At the end of the day, bro, it's all about whether or not you can even hit him because of the Spidey sense and his reflexes and reactions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Spidey sense combined with his reflex and reaction time, it makes it even hard to hit him to begin with.
And it relies on how he would do in a hypothetical fight. And yeah, you can see why I'm a little hesitant to say that he would outright beat Tobey, even with the hypothetical upscale. Because, I mean, Tobey can dodge the laser, and Spider-Man is way stronger than Scott's base durability. From here, I guess I'm going to be talking about Gambit now, a character who pretty much has nothing due to the fact that he was retconned into this universe due to the events of Wolverine and Deadpool. And I like that movie, and Gambit's pretty cool in it, but he doesn't do anything except for beat up minions and blow up things. Like, I don't know, like small building level. And due to him having no history in Fox, he doesn't have any feats for us to pull from, really. But there is one possible upscale he's feeding on at the moment, and that's basically his fight with Shang-Chi, which is a rumored thing that's seemingly confirmed via the first trailer. And I've seen...
I mean, yeah, we saw the trailer. They're definitely fighting.
People say that this would make Gambit Shang-Chi level, and I mean, I don't know. Shang-Chi's not even really trying super crazy, and if anything, he's just...
What is Shang-Chi level? Because this nigga was not that strong,
using the rings to block all of Gambit's stuff. So, I mean, does this really show relativity, or does this prove the notion that Shang-Chi is way above him?
What are we putting Shang-Chi
to block all of Shang-Chi's attacks? So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Tobey would probably beat this guy, too. I'm not even gonna waste my time talking about the Jobbers being Mystique, Nightcrawler, and just throw Beast in there as well. These are all, like, just barely superhuman characters. With Beast in the alternate timeline to Days of Future Past actually getting killed by a group of people Like
Huh?
20 regular people pull Beast out of the house and then beat him to death. So
Wait,
yeah,
what?
that's just not happening to Tobey. From here, we're gonna switch the focus to some more rumored X-Men that are in this film. And
Logan.
two names that I'm hearing being thrown around all the time are Wolverine and Deadpool. With these
Oh,
two,
Deadpool
really only-
2. All right, let's be honest. If Logan and like Wolverine and Deadpool jump Spider-Man, they have a chance. Honestly, I can totally see it. Both of them have incredible origination factor, which I don't even think would trigger, considering that Spider-Man doesn't really have blades or anything. But let's say he breaks an arm, these niggas pull that shit back right up. Wolverine claws are made of vibranium, so he can fucking cut any webs. Nigga got bullets. Deadpool got bullets, but that shit don't work on Spider-Man. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's always about how are they dealing with spider sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they dealing with Spidey sense? At the end of the day, it's always that the
being
question.
the most consistently named characters to participate in this hypothetical opening to Avengers Doomsday. So let's
I mean,
go
they
over Wolverine,
wouldn't
what he
make
brings
sense
to
if
the
they
table.
weren't.
In terms of his base stats, he would be in those multi-C block level ranges, as he can swap hands and endure beatings from Sabretooth, who can survive Scott's optic beams. And Wolverine himself has an instance in which he's able to physically divert Deadpool's lasers, which have been calculated to yield such results. And that's where he would physically cap in terms of stats. So like his blows and what he can physically endure would be around those multi-city block level stuff. But as for his claws, these have always been a crutch for him, as they allow him to pierce and fight people way above his pay grade. And I mean, can you honestly be surprised? This stuff is made out of adamantium. Fun fact for you guys, adamantium in the MCU is
It wasn't vibranium? Adamantium? What is that?
actually the same metal substance that Celestials are made out of.
Adamantium. Wow. Girl, celestial. Like the niggas that are born from a planet being destroyed. I don't remember if that was the case, because I like the movies of I don't remember what the name was of that movie. It was kind of boring, so I slept through half of it. But I believe, like, when a planet is destroyed, that's when a celestial is born or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Just tank planetary explosions just by being born. So Wolverine's claws being made out of metal that can survive planets.
How the fuck did he even acquire this? I don't know what the fuck going on.
On top of it is pretty nuts. It's also kind of an upscale for Deadpool, because even though his physicals are worse than Wolverine's, he does have swords made out of the same metal. So if either of these guys got a good hit on Tobey, it might actually kill him. But I still lean towards Tobey for a couple.
No, I mean, nah, he does not have the durability to handle that. Whoa, his durability is not like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like genuinely, if he gets cut by them, he's getting cut. He's cooked. But will he even get hit by them is the question.
Reasons. That being the fact that Deadpool Wolverine's base AP and durability are kind of poopy compared to Tobey's. Like, yeah, they got weapons that can kill them. But realistically getting that good hit in.
Bro, you can talk about durability, but these niggas can regenerate from almost anything. So why?
I don't think
you know what I'm saying?
Because even though these
punch is not gonna kill them,
characters are all relative in terms of speed, because X-Men can react to laser-based attacks. Tobey still has an advantage, that being his spider sense.
That's what
even
I
though they're relative speed, Spider-Man has sort of a pseudo precognition that he uses in combat. So I think that Tobey
precognition is just danger sense. You know what I'm saying? He senses danger before it comes.
Sends these guys flying with any of his base punches. Because while Wolverine's bones are made out of adamantium, his skin isn't, his organs isn't, and we've seen get thrown around.
What is he saying, bro? Even if you damage the skin, it's gonna regenerate almost instantly. What the fuck are we talking about?
By weaker characters. So yeah, I feel like that's what's most likely gonna happen in this situation. So unironically, of the confirmed / rumored lineup of the X-Men, Tobey would beat these guys fairly easily. He kind of just knocks.
Listen, if Logan and Deadpool is here, as soon as they manage to get past Spidey sense, they cooking him. I genuinely believe that Wolverine and Deadpool together against Tobey, if they manage to find a way to counter Spidey sense, Tobey Maguire is done for, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Them out.
And Deadpool he would kill. He wouldn't hesitate to kill him if necessary. So would Logan, honestly. The others, I'm not sure, but these two, I definitely feel like they would kill someone if they think it's necessary.
And the ones that could give him problems, he just would never be able to tackle them. But wait, I haven't talked about one guy.
Which is?
The strongest member of the mutant faction in Avengers Doomsday that we've seen seems to be Magneto, a character who in the Fox continuity is able to move the magnetic elements of the planet Earth itself, which consistently gets calculated to be in those large country to multi-continental ranges. And I'll be honest with you guys, this one right here, he might be a problem for Tobey. And according to Ian, the actor of Magneto,
if we're being honest, if Magneto's fighting Spider-Man, I don't see Spider-Man winning. I really don't see it. I don't. Even Spidey sense has a limit. Yes, it can warn you from anything approaching you or anything dangerous and shit. And I think it's more deeper than that, considering that while he was out of his body, Tom was reacting to shit while Strange was trying to grab the thing. But even if he can do all that, bro, imagine the nigga surrounds him with shit. It's cooked, bro. There's no escaping this. He surrounds him with a bunch of metal, crash him all together. How is he surviving that? He's gonna resist. He's gonna resist as much as he can. But if he adds layers and layers, he's getting crushed.
Magneto, in this film, he actually pulls a Chief Keef and destroys New Jersey. And considering this possible Tobey versus X-Men fight,
are they supposed to reveal that shit? I feel like they're not supposed to. Why are they revealing shit?
There's New York, which
this is like one of the most anticipated movie of the year. Why are they just revealing shit like this? I don't think they are supposed to do that.
Behind New Jersey, we might now know why Magneto is destroying New Jersey in Avengers Doomsday. It's not his New Jersey. And that's the thing with Magneto. He's way stronger than Peter Parker, and he doesn't really have the morals as the other X-Men. I can see some of the X-Men kind of being hesitant about their whole situation of pulling up to these planets in order to destroy them to save their own. But Magneto's always been a guy where it's like, my people first. Hesitate. I don't care what I have to do it. So on top of him being way stronger than Peter Parker, he's not caring about the collateral of the whole situation. I can see him just overwhelming Peter due to pulling all the city blocks and endangering dozens of people, if not hundreds of people, if not thousands. And at that point, Peter's fighting two battles. He's got to worry about saving the civilians while just maneuvering.
I mean, even if he's only fighting Magneto, he's not winning. I feel like he was not really.
Essentially an entire city because of Magneto's control of metal. Combine that with some of the other jobbers that are rumored to be walking around, and that might be enough to do.
Wait, would they jump though? Would they jump? I feel like they wouldn't jump. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they would jump, bro. I don't know about this. If they jump, that's kind of lame. But I mean, they have to do what they have to do, I guess.
So unfortunately, even though I am the biggest Tobey fan that I know, I couldn't cheese away from to win this fight realistically, honestly. But hey, I take some solace knowing in the fact.
I mean, I don't think he could win. But I definitely feel like he could survive at least. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely don't think there's any winning this. But surviving, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see him survive this battle. Like he's almost dead and like Holland and Garfield pull up to help him. I can definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about winning. Winning, he's probably not, but my boy if the other three pull up, they can definitely save him from there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Hit the like button and subscribe, join the family, man. I'm gonna see you next time, bro.